Please listen carefully.
Did you start it?
Yeah. You told me to start it, so I started it. Who needs a countdown?
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Hypothetical Siblings podcast. I'm Lainey.
I'm Nick.
And what up, dog?
Nothing much. G?
I keep calling everyone dog.
Don't do that.
Why?
I don't know.
I got it from New
What
Girl.
if they're allergic? This is weird energy. I don't know what just happened, but they're allergic to dogs.
That's stupid.
All right.
Stupid.
There's a weird energy at the start of this podcast. I don't know why. Should I talk about my week, or are you supposed to talk about your week? What's happening?
Becky.
Stop! I can't sit here and just talk at someone who just responds in memes.
Becky.
No.
No.
No, Ron.
Ron. I was like, what is it? I was going to say Harold.
Not Harold.
Not
Harold's
even
the
close.
old white guy with the pain smile.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'll show you
Pain
afterwards.
smile? You ever think about... So our aunt and uncle told us today that they listen.
Yes, to this podcast.
And all I could think of when they said that was the amount of times that I say fuck.
Yeah, big cursing.
Because around our family...
The real gamer words.
Yeah. Around our family, I don't curse.
Yeah,
Like-
see, I've given up on the facade long ago.
But, like, I think it's just because of the presence of the... Sometimes when I'm with certain people, I just don't curse.
Yeah, well, it's code switching, right?
What?
Isn't that a thing?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is? Is
No.
that not something that they teach in Psych 101?
Either they did and I forgot it, or they didn't.
So, don't get me wrong, every one of you that's listening, and also you. I am by no means a psychologist?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just sounded weird. Like, I was about to say it, and it just did not sound
right.
But code switching is where you talk to people differently based on them, right? So, you're going to speak to your parents one way, whereas you're going to speak to me or your friends or even your coworkers might be different from myself or your friends, right?
Yes, correct.
And the use of language, especially language that's considered, I don't know, rude, is part of that, so.
Well, everyone, I hope you learned something. I learned something. That's what Nick gets for being 3 years older than me.
There you go. With age comes more knowledge of random bullshit facts that you can share with your loved ones.
Yes.
Am I still... this?
I just thought it'd be funny if it was quiet.
All right. Good. So again, am I starting with my week or what's happening?
I mean, usually that's how it goes. Whoever doesn't start does it, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I done a lot this week.
I did so much.
No, I did a lot. Yesterday, I was at the lake all day with a big group of friends, and it was super fun. I don't think I've ever swam drunk before, but that is an experience for those of you who have not tried it. Obviously, swim in water in which you can touch, because swimming in not water you can touch while under the influence of any type of thing is not a good idea, and is a good way to drown and die.
Been there.
No, fucking God. Don't encourage things.
Saved moths, though.
No.
Yep.
Don't.
I saved them.
All right.
From the pool. Shout out to my friends for that. My friend's grandma's pool.
All right. Yeah, but I was at the lake all of yesterday, and that was a good time. I also, in a weird... I realized that I had never listened to our podcast outside of bits and pieces, right? So I'd never listened back to any of it. What a weird experience in narcissism.
Yeah,
right? Like, there's this part, because you find yourself listening to the conversation, and I'm like chuckling and laughing at things but I'm like, it's me. I'm literally sitting here and laughing at my own jokes.
Yeah, that's
right?
me. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, you're part of that, right? Like, you say funny shit on here too, obviously, or else why are both of us here? Yeah. But it was also bizarre because you start to hear So I listen to it in my car mostly, right? And so I'm listening through the little cassette tape aux cord that I have, and I realize how much quieter I am than you. And I don't know if it has to do with the position of the microphone. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that I just don't talk as loud as you do. Um, but based on the waveforms, I'm doing better this podcast. So I will try to be better about that in the future, everyone. Sorry for those of you who might be hard of hearing, medically or otherwise. I will try to talk louder now.
Yeah, I just talk loud.
You do. You're just a very loud person.
Because the closeness of the mic isn't that different. I mean, you do sit more back than me, though.
Yeah, I try to sit with good posture because I'm tired of looking like fucking Lurch, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I look like Lurch.
We all look like Lurch.
Yeah.
What?
That was a dog. Sorry.
Well, I think it was my foot scraping on the bottom of the loft.
Well, either way, there's a reason for the noise, and it's not a murderer.
All right, good.
Good.
You've been watching too much Criminal Minds again? Yes.
That was also a dog.
What else did I do with my week? I worked some. Work has been strange. It feels like most of the people who have been panic buying are done panic buying now. And I won't go as far to say as that we're getting back towards normalcy, but we're kind of approaching a level, I think, in which people are buying less because they think the world is ending and more because they're just doing the things that they want to do, which is nice because I mean, especially in the fishing section of generic sports retailer, we just have next to nothing, right? Like, I felt really bad because especially for the young kids who don't have a lot of money and are trying to get into fishing because they've been watching it on YouTube or whatever it is. Well, I hope you like spending $150 because that's the option that I have for you, child. And that's the cheap option, you know? Right. Or I guess on the other hand, there's $150 for a rod and reel and everything. Or you could spend like $30 and have just actual trash, you know?
Or like those ones that we had as kids that just has the one huge button on it and then
Not
the
even
reel.
those. Like worse than those.
What are those?
So those all together are probably like $20, right?
Right.
The rods that I have are 15. The reels that I have are 10. Right? Both of them are just the cheapest, mass-produced, flimsy plastic. I mean, don't get me wrong, the rods are better than the reels, but it's just garbage.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, things go on, you know? Did I tell you that I flirted with a charter sales representative?
No, what?
So, I was walking in Walmart. I had a great adventure, everyone, about trying to buy a floor lamp.
Yes, all of a sudden I get this text, and Nick says, "Where do you buy a lamp?" And he said, I was like, I don't fucking know, like, Target or something? And he says, "Yep, okay, that's smart. You know, Marshall's just wasn't it for me," or something like that. Well, I was like, what the fuck?
So, I have not purchased furniture in probably at least 2 years, right? So I don't really know where to buy furniture. And the thing about it is that I can go just about anywhere, Target, Walmart, whatever, and get a lamp, right? The issue is not finding a lamp, because most lamps are like table lamps,
right,
desk
and they're
lamps,
easy
things
to
like
find.
this. Exactly. Because they're small, so everyone's fine with stocking those. Fucking 6-foot floor lamp, that's another issue, because it's not the 1950s and people don't use those all the time anymore, right? So long story short, I'm in Walmart, because of course this is the solution to everyone's problems, is to go to Walmart to buy things, right? And I'm in Walmart, and I'm walking, because I find my lamp relatively quickly, right? Fucking $15, 5'11", black gloss coat.
Hell yeah.
Every day of the week.
Hell yeah.
Whereas Marshall's wanted like $129 that looked like it was made out of Sullivan's skin from Monsters, Inc.
Yeah, fucking Marshall. Stop trying to... PETA's gonna come after you for that one.
Are monsters considered animals?
Or are you saying that as opposed to humans? Like,
What?
like, are they considered...
Well, because PETA is what you said.
Right.
People for the ethical treatment of animals.
But are you saying then that they are people?
Monsters.
Yeah.
I think they'd kind of be their own classification. They're sapient, right? They can walk and talk and have a conversation. Apparently there's some... I still haven't looked it up, and I probably sound like an idiot to those who actually know, but there is a difference between sapience and sentience. And everyone says sentient, but apparently that's wrong in some capacity, that sapient is the right word.
I think sentience is brain function. Maybe
And
just
sapience.
living. And sapience
sapien,
is...
homo sapien.
Homo sapien is like a person.
So, sapient.
So sapient.
Yeah.
Hope we're right, scientists.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Anyway, so I have my lamp in my hand. You're fine. Because I'm in Walmart anyway, so I gotta go look at stuff, right? So I'm passing all the outdoors, like the fishing and the guns and then I get to the video games, right? And we don't have it down at the Walmart closest to Mom and Dad's house, but it happens at the Walmart closest to my house, where there is a permanent booth of Charter's sale. You're gonna sneeze? You wanna do that?
You literally just stopped me, you... God.
How many times have you done that to me? So many.
Fair.
Very many. And so there's a literal permanent booth by the technology section.
For Charter?
Of Charter trying to sell you Spectrum.
That's whack.
Whether it's TV, internet, cable, they got it, brother. They're going to give it to you. And they make a good job of finding aggressive salespeople that will just like jump out and be like, just block your path, right?
I fucking hate that.
And it's not great. But anyway, I'm looking at the PC gaming accessories because I definitely need a new keyboard. I've been using an old Dell like office one that Mom gave me, I think in 2013.
Yeah, with the huge keys.
That's right.
I love those.
So I've been using that and I'm looking at a new keyboard, whatever. And I hear, psst, psst, hey buddy. And I'm like, what the fuck? There's no one that knows me here. And I turn around, there's a little girl, like, I don't mean like small child, but like physically diminutive. Like we're talking probably like roughly 5 foot, like little girl.
Yeah.
And she looks at me and starts giving me like the finger waggle, like the come here finger waggle. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right?
Yeah.
But she's standing at the Charter booth, so I know what it's about. Here's the thing, folks. I already have Charter, so this chick's for a rude awakening. And so I walk up and she's like, hey man, you ever have Charter internet? And I was like, actually, yeah. And she's like, oh? And I was like, yeah, I have the one that's, whatever, fucking $70 a month, whatever it is. And she, oh, you got the Ultra. And just out of, like, pure reflex, I was like, Ultra?
Yeah.
Is that I don't think is the highest. What the hell do they call the highest plan?
Yeah.
That's the gig. And I was like, oh, the gig. And she's like, yeah, man, the gig. But really, honestly, like, you don't need it unless you're a streamer. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I watch Netflix and stuff. She's like, oh, no. Because I'm assuming, like, basic, human.
Right.
She's like, no, man, I'm talking about, like, streaming. Like, PC, Twitch. And I was like, you know what a streamer is? And I had this conversation, and I was like, what's going on here? But it's really weird because when you have an attraction to someone nowadays, you can only see half their face. Right?
Correct.
So it's this weird, like, you ever seen the old Family Guy bit of how dating in Russia is just a guessing game?
No.
Because everyone has such big coats on. Yeah, exactly. So that was a fun little interaction. But then I walked away eventually because I was like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do things anymore.
Yeah. But
and also, I already have internet. I'm sorry. And sprint away with my lamp.
There's only so much that I can talk about Charter with you.
Correct. Exactly. And I was like, also, you have a job that you're supposed to be doing. Not that there were a lot of people, but anyway. What else did I do? Oh, I'm going on a camping trip from tomorrow through the weekend, which is exciting. Going to be going to a place in our state and doing a lot of fishing. But it's different fishing. So where we live, there's lots of trout, but not a lot of bass, specifically largemouth bass. And the place that we're going, or that I and the people I'm going with are going, is almost exclusively largemouth bass, right? And so it's just exciting. It's something different. It's good to get away from the city for a little while and just kind of get out into nature and shit like that, which I've been finding is a lot more important to me nowadays, is just to get outside. Yeah, but it's been good. Had a good week.
That's good.
That is good. How about you? How was your week?
So far, it's been really good. Hung out with some friends and got drunk and played Smash, which I won against my friend's sober brother, so basically I'm the fucking best.
Oh, that's the people you were telling me about earlier.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That is good.
That is the second time that I have beaten people drunk in Smash.
You being drunk or them being drunk?
Me. And only me.
Maybe it's one of those things like in the old Way of the Drunken Fist. You ever see that any clips from that old Jackie Chan movie? So the whole thing is he's an amazing martial artist, but only when he's drunk. And the more drunk he gets, the better he gets.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a Drunken Fist Smash player.
That'd be sick. Yeah, I was only doing well with my mains though. So
Who would you consider your mains?
They're embarrassing.
Why? Because it's like Duck Hunt Dog and a Rob or some shit?
No, it's Pac-Man, Wii Fit Trainer.
Wii Fit Trainer's legit. Pac-Man's a meme, but that's fine.
That's like mostly who I play as. I like Kirby, but like everyone does. You know what I mean? Kirby's like
he's the catch-all.
Yeah.
I'll agree to that.
I like Rob, Roy, and Ganondorf are like my second tier mains.
Yep. See, I've always been more of a fan of playing the big characters.
The heavies,
The
yeah.
Incineroar, the Ganons. I'm not a fan of K. Rool. I just don't like the,
I hate that belly. I think it's a
the parry.
Parry, yeah. With
or
the
counter.
fucking
No. Counter is the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's so annoying.
Well, don't get caught by it.
I also I was drunk and I was playing as Wii Fit Trainer and my friend's brother was K. Rool. And my friend is playing, but her main is Ice Climbers and she doesn't play that often, so she wasn't doing too well, but it was hilarious. But he threw his crown and I jumped up and got it and chucked it off the cliff and I was like, suck on that! What do you want? I just got rid of your crown.
Said, where is your god now?
Yeah. So that was really fun. I also had work the next day at 9:15, so...
Excellent. I've been there before.
You make good choices.
How much sleep did you get, though? Because that's really the key component for me.
I don't know when I went to sleep.
All right.
But I woke up at the right time.
Was it like plus or minus 5 hours?
It was probably plus.
Okay.
So it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an experience not too long ago of getting wasted out of my mind and then getting 3 hours of sleep before working for 8 hours, and that was rough with a capital R, my friend.
I hate not sleeping. It's the worst.
It's really not great.
And then I got my hair dyed again, so it's bright blue again.
Better blue.
Right, instead of like green, almost blonde, because it's so washed out. This camping trip that Nick is going on is with our family, but because I have work and no one could cover, I can't go.
She has responsibilities.
So I'm just gonna party.
I am jealous, but I also respect that. I'm just sad that I can't be here.
Yeah.
You and I haven't partied together since like March.
Right, since my birthday.
Yeah.
Because that was the last hurrah. Little did we know.
We didn't know.
No one knew.
You never know you're in the good old days until they're gone.
They're gone, yeah.
Rough.
Really rough.
I'm going to have a karaoke party soon, I've decided, so I'll invite you to that.
Yes. I'm trying to convince Mom and Dad to get a karaoke machine.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mom, because I mentioned it, and then Mom was like, do you really want one? I was like, yes! Are you kidding me right now? Yes!
So, I've been shopping around not to buy one, but to rent one. They are expensive to rent, and no one has them.
Yeah, they're
maybe it's
expensive.
A factor of us living in the western continental United States.
Yeah.
And not California. But turns out, not a lot of karaoke rentals happening around here. So I think I might have to actually call some places and be like, hi.
Can I come here? Please?
Internet says nothing about what you offer in the way of karaoke.
Karaoke.
Yeah.
Also found out that our university is, just specifically, I guess, my classes are online. And
yeah, many of the classes are getting moved. They were up until about a week ago. Saying that the campus was going to reopen mostly full-time. And it seems now as we approach the start of the school year that they're really backing down and saying that, maybe most stuff's going to be online.
Right. Which is smart, and it's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah, I was gonna call them cowards, but then I realized that it's the correct thing to do. I just hate that they're having to do it.
Yeah, me too. I just hate that it's happening. And also that they're charging the same for it. It's but I mean,
I don't know what we expected from the greed of universities, you know?
Right.
I mean, they're going to nickel and dime you. And then did you see the thing that they're charging an extra $6?
Right, for each class,
Right.
though, right?
So I looked at it and I thought that they were charging an extra $6 for each class. But then my friend said that they're giving us an extra $6 for each class, or off of the credit at least.
Oh.
Because it's online.
They called it a surcharge.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
It means that they charge you before they charge you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, I don't know. I'd have to
know.
look more carefully at the email, I guess. But long story short, school sucks. I've not liked school since sophomore year of high school. For some reason, I'm still here. But, you know.
Yeah. You're kind of almost done, though. Ish.
Sure. We could pretend.
Yeah, we can pretend.
Because if it goes all online, I'm not taking a full course.
No.
You know? So that's going to delay me even further than I'm already delayed.
I just straight up think I might not go to school. One of
Yeah.
my friends was trying to convince me to take just like one class.
See, that's what I'm probably going to do, is take at least one, maybe two. Just because I can't stagnate. Because if I stop, I'm not going back.
Right.
Like,
See, I think that I will go back.
yeah.
But...
Bonk.
But I'm just like scared about not doing it for whatever reason.
Well, because then what do you do?
Right. Just fucking work my ass off, try to move out.
True. Fair.
Our mom was like, you should ask Aunt and Uncle to be the new baby's nanny.
There you go.
I was like, so if you're listening to this, that specific Aunt and Uncle.
Is that an offer that you're throwing down right now?
I'm down, yeah.
For the ears of literally dozens?
Yes, dozens.
Dozens. I heard a piece of wisdom recently that I would like to share with you.
Before you say it, can I just say I think wisdomous should be a word?
Wisdomest?
Wisdomous. Like you're full of wisdom. Wisdomous.
Alright.
Okay.
If only because I want to be wisdomous.
Yeah.
9 to 5 pays the bills. 6 to 12 builds the empire.
What?
So, I think I was on like the Instagram Explore page or something,
Yeah.
and I came across one of those like legend, like real. What's the not the mates? What's the British? The lads, real laddie Instagram accounts of like
full-fledged lad.
fucking hustle every day, 420 or whatever,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And it was just 9 to 5, pay the bills. 6 to 12. Builds the empire. And I was like, what the? And it was like a guy like working real hard at an office. And then the next picture was him like behind a computer in the middle of the night. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, why? What makes you think you could get more work done in the middle of the night?
I mean, there's more time. You can work on things. Guys, don't work for 14 hours a day consistently.
Oh, 6 a.m. to 12.
Oh, yeah. 9 to 5, a regular shift for a human being. 6 p.m. to 12 p.m.
12 a.m.
12 a.m. I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
I get it. I don't like it.
Same. I thought it was 6 p.m. to 12 a.m.
It is.
So it's only 6 hours.
No.
You're
9 to 5, 6 to 12.
Yeah, 6
Yeah.
a.m. to 6 to 12 a.m. Fuck.
No. 6 p.m. to 12 a.m.
That's only 6 hours.
Yes, but it's after you do...
So why'd you say 14 hours?
Because 9 to 9 is 12. Oh, 15. Excuse me. Because it's 9 to 5. And then 6 to 12. So you have 9 to 5 is 8. 6 to 12 is 6. 14.
You're combining them?
Because your work is one day. All of this is happening in one day is what they're saying. Is that you go to your job.
I understand.
You thought that it was like
It's
only work at night.
6 to 12. I was like, what kind of fucking awful 6-hour shift?
We're in the hustle economy now. No more is it the gig economy. It's the hustle economy.
No, fuck you. I'm gonna have my friends bite off my fingers and then I'm gonna collect disability.
Alright. Sure. Anyway, that was your week apparently.
I was gonna say something that I forgot.
Oh, it must have not been that important.
Yeah.
I also shaved.
Yeah.
So now I'm just rocking the mustache and goatee.
You look like someone, but
Okay.
I don't know who.
Alright.
I've been thinking about it like all day, but
Alright.
I can't tell.
Obi-Wan.
Hello there. Oh, I was gonna say, but my friends and I keep quoting that sound that's from TikTok that goes, why is it spicy?
What?
Do you know
No,
it?
I don't, because I'm not a little meme lord TikTok kid.
Hilarious. There's so many videos to go with it, but the one that I saw that's like my favorite is they put sparkling water in their dog's bowl of water.
That's rough.
Instead, and it, like drank it and then went like bared its teeth, kind of like meh, and then that sound went, why is it spicy?
I feel like that's mean.
It's literally the best.
Why are you almost crying again?
Because I have active tear ducts, okay?
Alright. Alright. So,
Okay, so...
dearest sister and host,
So,
what are we talking about?
we're talking
Stop
about...
making gang signs at me.
I was doing sign language.
That's what I'd say too.
Yeah, fucker. I am the mob.
I'm the motherfucking lizard king.
I love Robert, California.
Correct.
We're talking about what would happen if you grow older, if you grow younger. What happened?
If you grow older. So I think it is important to distinguish this from a podcast that we did a month ago. Way to break shit, kid. I don't know why I rolled my R on that one.
Break.
But it is important to distinguish this from the podcast that we did a month ago. This is not time travel of any capacity. This is you wake up tomorrow and you are instantly much younger or instantly much older.
Like the movie Big. Which is old, but
yeah,
hopefully you've seen it.
Yeah, the Bill Murray one, right?
Or is it Tom Hanks?
I think that one's Bill Murray.
You say that, but...
I do say that. I really don't know. I don't know why I get them confused
I also
so
get
often.
them
Because they
confused.
really don't look that much alike.
Well, especially now when they're older. Like, when they were younger, I was like, I can kind of see it.
But now that they're older, they are not the same person
No,
in any
not at all.
capacity.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah.
So,
So,
which would you choose? Without incentive, right?
Right. Are we setting a year amount?
Like, which age, respectively? Because I think you have to move forward the same amount that you would theoretically move backwards. So I'm going to say 15 years. Because both of us going 15 years back, well, not so much you, but I would at least be a functioning individual.
I am not.
But when this happens, we are talking about it in the context of you retaining your
knowledge, your current,
exactly,
everything,
which would blow, especially for the younger version, because you're our age inserted here in a 4 or 7 year old's body,
right? And that would especially suck because I cannot pretend to be a 4-year-old. You know how awful that would be? Like, sometimes I could get with it, like, fucking let me take a nap, you know? Let me play with magnets all day and, like, learn how to read.
That's the thing, though, is you'd have to go through all of K through... Well, not all. I know you would.
I would.
K through 12, having already been in college.
Right.
I'd want to kill myself. And I'm not talking about by the time I got to middle school, like, shit, this is exhausting. I'm talking about, like, day one, I'd be like, fuck this.
I think
toddler suicide.
I think that I would be okay at that point. Because, like, elementary school is enough to where it's like, I can get through the day with this. But when you start getting to middle school and high school bullshit, because it's more to me about the social aspect.
Sure.
The educational thing is
I
like
can sit through and
whatever.
bullshit my way through basic math and shit.
Right.
Fuck, do they even teach lattice anymore?
I don't know, but I liked it.
Lattice multiplication, where you at?
Where you at, though?
But
as soon as it got to the drama of middle school and high school, I would kill someone. I would kill someone.
If I could live K through 12 again, I would be so much more of a pain in the ass for everyone involved. I'd like get into fights and shit, because it gets erased when you're 18 as long as it's not like a felony.
Right.
So I'd be like, hey, what's up, little bitch?
Yeah.
You know, oh!
Fuck, oh!
You know?
Yeah.
Because what do they send you home for the day? You get suspended for a couple of days.
Yeah, and then what?
Get fucked.
Nothing.
So any type
Pull the fucking fire alarm. Fuck you.
I'm not trying to inconvenience the people trying to do their jobs. I'm saying, like, the bullies that I saw in the past and stuff like that, I would just wreck their shit.
Yeah.
Or at least not be afraid of them, right?
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, social stigma? Who's that?
Right. Especially since you have the mind for it.
Yeah.
Like...
Because I'm so evolved past your smooth brain bullshit.
Your smooth brain bullshit. Because you're in 5th grade.
That's a big spike.
You're in 5th grade. And some little 11-year-old asshole is giving you a hard time. Because
you wore blue shoes to school, and apparently that's not the cool thing to do right now.
Right. You just fucking lay into that kid with your mouth.
Yeah.
Destroy him.
Because you're like, what's wrong with blue shoes? Like, you just take all the humor away from it, and just with no fear.
Right.
You're just like, what's wrong with blue shoes? Well, they're not red shoes. Why are red shoes cool? And just keep going down until they just can't function.
Right. Fucking hate red shoes.
Yeah. All crip, no blood.
So I would not enjoy that, but I could live through it.
Sure.
Except you, like, age more as you go, right? Yeah. So even though you're in a 4-year-old's body, I have a, 35-year-old's mind by the time that I'm, back
when you're re-aged.
Right.
I don't know. I mean... Because you'd probably be past partying and shit like that, right? Theoretically.
If I was stuck in that situation, I think I wouldn't be, because I'd be like...
Let's do it again!
Yeah, fuck this. Yeah. I can't deal with this.
I think the weird thing would be, because again, if it's your knowledge, your being is now just in the smaller form, would you, let mom and dad in on it? Be like, just say that you adopted me and that the old Nick is dead.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah,
But then, because you can't keep people in on it. So now all of your friends that are your appropriate age think you died. But that your parents just adopted this other kid that really looks like you, you know?
Wait, why can't you keep them in on it?
Your friends?
Yeah.
Someone's gonna squeal.
Okay.
Right? Right?
Well, who's gonna believe them? There's some
psychologist
government is just going to think that some assholes having delusions about...
Maybe it's the nature of this podcast, but it seems like everything that we talk about comes back to the government's going to kick down your door and steal you, you know?
Yeah.
And that's true. I mean, that shit's happening in Portland right now.
Right.
But we'll just ignore that for now.
Right.
But yeah, the government, because they'll be like, Agent Smith's already over there. Let's have him just do a drive-by of this 7-year-old that walks and talks like he's a grown-ass man.
Right. For real. Yeah. Also, you just have to go through puberty, but, you already know about it.
Yeah, you know what's going on this time.
Yeah. That's actually better.
Yeah. I feel like it's a lot less scary when you know what's about to happen.
Yeah. Rip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would prefer younger, though.
I would prefer to be younger than older. Yeah, because if you get aged up, you are without the life experience / skill to carry you through that age.
Right.
And at the same time, you are missing that much of your life. You know? So, as much as it would suck to go through it all again and have to make new friends and retry life.
Right.
You know? I would rather do that than be 15 years older and die early.
Right.
You know?
If I was 19 in a 35-year-old's body, I would hate everything.
Yeah.
Because I think that as you get closer to that age for most people, you start to fit into yourself more, you know, and you're just kind of okay with it, and the things that come with growing up, you're still excited about, settling down and buying a house and having a career.
Mean, if I were 37, 38, whatever it is, right? Oh yeah. And I did not already have a family of my own, I'd be sad as fuck. Because that's not in the card. Well, it's not in the plan. I don't know what's in the cards, right? But I plan to have that shit rolling by the time I'm 30. Right. Let alone 7 years later.
Right. Right. Well, and you can start a family that late, but it's difficult, and you can't have kids of your own.
Well, it's just not. It's just not what I want.
Right.
Right. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. It's just against my wishes.
Right.
And so to be forcibly placed in that situation.
Right. Especially because if you have a shot and you don't get there till that age, it's like you can accept that more. But if you don't even get the chance to try,
right,
then it's not a good time. Then you're just sad.
Yeah.
Rip. Fucking rip.
So, we can't have this conversation without having the part of the conversation that, so, if you got, let's start with aged up, because I think the aged younger is the more interesting part of the conversation.
Yeah.
What would you do? You are now, let's say 35, right? You have no built up cash minus what you already do. I don't think that any of your credentials would work because they would say that you're much younger than you are.
Right.
Right.
You have nothing.
Right. So you're at a point in your life where you should be relatively stable, probably homeowning age, right? And you're not. And have to somehow make it up now.
Well, and I would have to convince mom and dad that I'm me.
Right.
Because they wouldn't believe some woman coming up to their house and being like, I am your daughter.
Lainey.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I would need somebody's help because I can't use my birth
crash
certificate.
on my couch.
Yeah, thank you. I can't use my birth certificate or my passport or my driver's license or anything.
But how do you get new documents? Because now you're just an undocumented person.
That's what I'm saying is I think you have to fake it.
Yeah.
I think you have to find somebody to fucking forge all your documents and hope you don't get caught.
Correct.
Yeah. So, before that can happen, you can't do anything because most jobs nowadays ask for shit like that.
Right. Well, I mean, social security number.
Right.
Right. Which, maybe you can just like, because that's is 15 years is too old at the age we are now to be like, I just look old.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, you can't be, they're like, you're 19 and you have the body of a 35-year-old and you're like, yes. I was in a horrible suntanning accident. Like, what do you...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because 35's not that old, but
No,
the difference between 19 and 35 is
massive.
Large.
Large difference.
Very large difference. So.
Yeah. I mean, you can rent a car. You got that.
Fucking finally.
Finally. Can rent a vehicle.
Can rent a car.
You're over 18 now. So you can't rent a room on a cruise ship. You have to be 21, I think.
Damn.
It's rough.
It's rough out here.
It is rough out here.
So, I mean,
Would you just move to like a small town where no one really asks too many questions and then just live your life out there?
Maybe I'll just start doing like odd jobs. Be like, let me fucking mow your lawn.
Laney odd job.
Yeah, Laney odd job.
Yep.
Or I'll just fucking become a YouTuber.
There you go.
You don't need credentials for that.
You don't. You don't even have to be a real person.
TikToker.
Like, have you seen VTubers?
No.
Where it's like the little anime girls or people that just have like, so they have the full body motion tracking.
Oh, yes,
and
yes,
it's superimposed on top of their actual body. The digital skeleton is replaced with like a character.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
just
cool.
do that.
Or I could just try and continue with art and hope I make some money off that.
Be a Banksy.
Yeah. Just
do it.
Become a hitman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not a bad way to go. Probably pays well.
Yeah, I can't.
And it's better that you're undocumented.
Right.
You're a catch for the mob.
Yeah. They're like, we don't have the fingerprints in our system.
There are no fingerprints.
Yeah.
Oh no, those stay the same. You got to burn those off still.
Well.
Well, you can either do it with acid or fire. So take your pick. I feel like I'd choose fire because I can get it off of me when I'm done.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, acid, I feel like it would stay.
Oh, when it's flingy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire, you're just like...
Psst. And then it burns and you say youch and you pull your hands back.
Yeah.
Youch. All right. So that's basically getting old sucks. No one likes it. And I would cry if I got magically aged up 15 years.
Also, people your age coming onto you feels kind of dirty, probably.
Yeah, true.
But you also can't like people your age because that's dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, it's legal, but it's yucky.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I got good hair genes. I could probably pull off like a young 35, you know?
Yeah. Do you think that I would like wine?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think you like
coffee?
wine now. I don't think that changes that much.
I kind of feel like it does.
Yeah, because I drink beer now, and I never used to like beer.
Coffee. Okay.
Move to the East Coast. New Laney.
Yeah, fuck it.
New Laney, new coast.
New coast.
Absolutely.
East Coast, West Coast.
Beast Coast.
Yeast.
No.
Bread.
All right. What's the game plan when you get magically aged down back to 4? but are aware of your surroundings.
I go on Ellen. I become a child prodigy.
Okay.
I make a lot of money.
What is your... You can't just be a prodigy. You have to be a fill-in-the-blank here prodigy.
Why?
You don't just get to be a prodigy and not be good at something.
Fuck. I'm not good at anything.
You got another extra 15 years now.
I'm smarter. I'm smart.
Yeah, just start playing like the piano or something, because you can still reach it with your baby hands. They can make you a baby piano, right? And just start learning the piano.
Right.
And they're like, why does this 5-year-old know how to play the piano literally at all?
Yeah.
That's how you get on Ellen.
Or
then use that to transfer into the YouTube influencer life.
Yeah. I'm like one of those kids who goes around on the street and is like, what do you think of the political state? You know, and and fucking roast them. Yeah. And they're like, why is this 5-year-old talking to me?
Why can you form a fully fledged adult sentence?
Yeah, why are you 5?
That's not the question, sir.
That's not the question. Answer. Bitch.
Name a woman.
Name a woman. What's that from?
The Billy
on the street.
Billy on the street. That's the one. Yeah.
Name a woman.
Yeah, but I think that's the wave, is you go back and get famous for something so you can win a bunch of money as a child, right? And then just fuck around in school. Like, obviously do well, because you want to still have a life that you can do.
Right, you still want to have, like, tangible records about you for the future.
Exactly.
But just fuck around. Like, you know how many friends I have who are like, I got letters sent home because I missed so much school.
Yeah.
But I passed because I'm a functioning human who can do work.
Yeah.
But I just never went to school.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like if your teachers like you and you get reasonable grades, I feel like if you're not showing up a lot or whatever it is, because I'd still show up, right? But again, you're doing K through 12 and you've already done it. Like, it only start to get hard because in high school I wouldn't remember shit.
Right.
They'd be like, do advanced chemistry again. I'm like, well, might need to look at the book for this one.
Yeah.
But basically up until that point, they'd be like, make a model of a tornado out of cotton balls. And I'm like, oh, we're there, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, we got this.
Okay. Do fucking rip paper art.
Fine motor skills.
Got him. I
probably learned to program, because I feel like that's going to be really relevant here soon.
Yeah. I'd probably stick with sports.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because they're fun, or because you think they're lucrative?
Because they're fun and good for me.
Oh, yeah.
I really liked basketball, and I just
Back when I was a little high school freshman, I was jacked as fuck. Got that soccer lean on me. That's a far cry from this shit.
Right. I was living it up in basketball. Fucking scratching people.
You were aggressive.
Got a black eye once.
I don't know how our viewers think of you, but I like to think that they think of you, because you mostly, I mean, we are ourselves on this podcast, and they probably think of you as the gentle soul that you are. Laney bodies motherfuckers on the basketball court. Like, I don't think you understand what it is to watch your little sister throw an elbow into this bitch gut to get her away from a basketball, you know? And just the grimace on her face of sheer determination that she will cause you bodily harm, or you will stop.
In my freshman year of basketball, there were 20 games.
Okay.
I got 42 fouls.
I didn't know that. I hadn't heard that number before.
Which is aggressive, but in a bad way. Because that's just bad basketball.
That's too many.
That's just bad basketball.
You gotta choose your fouls.
Yeah, sophomore year.
Oh, if I
much better.
If I could play soccer again, I would get in on those fights, man.
Yeah. Fucking
when that
slide tackle.
People stomping on our keeper and shit like that, that's a fist. Like, you're getting got.
Yeah. Dude, when you just played a team with the worst, like, attitude.
Everyone just fighting and scratching and spitting.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Fuck.
Maybe I'd play baseball, because there's a couple of situations there where you get to clear the benches.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'd get in on that shit.
Baseball? I played softball. But
basically, I just want to fight children as a child. Is all I really want to do.
Baseball/softball is really fun until they start pitching fast. And then
it's all just fear.
Then it's terrifying.
Because then if they don't like you, then you just die.
Right. You're standing at the plate, and you see it go, and then you just hear it smack the mitt. And you're like, shit! I have to hit that! You know?
Yeah.
So, but fun.
I had a coach one time for like Little League that told me to just let 2 strikes happen. And I didn't understand because I was a child. And truthfully, I still don't understand.
Yeah.
And then I just struck out because I missed the last one. Because I wasn't very good. And I was like, what was the plan here? Right?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
I played softball from 4th to 8th grade.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me.
No.
No.
I think I stopped playing baseball in like 5th grade.
Yeah.
I think I did it for literally a year. But,
You know, that's how it goes.
Soccer's where it's at. It's at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Cardiovascular health.
You're definitely a cardio man anyway.
Lean. Well, not the fuck anymore, I'm not.
But you, like, have the capability for it
sure.
still.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just, like, your body type.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm...
Got those lean muscles.
Yeah. I'll win. So, like, I worked out with my friends who played soccer.
Mm-hmm.
They beat me running every time, but as soon as we were pushing those fat-ass boxes across the floor, man, was I the winner.
Laney Strunk.
Yeah, Strunk. Never mind.
All right. But yeah, getting younger. So the key is to learn a marketable skill or talent, really, is what we're looking for. Because you can still do math and whatever. I don't think I'd do GT again. Like the whole like advanced course thing. I'd be like, nah. Because what has it gotten me?
Just got me. I mean,
it got me a bad work ethic. That's what it got me.
Yeah.
Besides that, I got a lot of people telling me I was special, and all of a sudden I wasn't, so...
Right. Well, and that's exactly what would happen, too, again, when you're younger, though, because...
Because they'd be like, why are you a genius at 5?
Right, so you're extremely intelligent, then you get less so as you move up.
Yeah.
And then you get to the age you were, and you're normal again.
Yeah.
Because you haven't gone past that stage.
Right.
Unless... you're young, they boost you up to where you used to be.
Yeah, what if you did like a young Sheldon and just went to college at like 12?
Yeah, at 12.
That'd suck.
That would suck.
That'd be the worst.
It would be so not fun.
Because you could, as quickly as you would move up in school, right? You'd be around with no one your own age, and you don't have any of the legal rights that you do as an adult.
Right.
So what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, there is literally no point.
I can't like start working a 9 to 5 and have a job and buy a house and shit because I'm 12.
Right.
So who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that'd be fucked.
Yeah.
There's, like, no reason to do that.
Do you think it'd be easier to just have mom and dad still be your parents? Or would it make more sense, like, to fly under the radar and show up as, like, one of our aunt and uncle's kid? You know? Like, hey, we adopted someone instead of Lainey disappeared and then got replaced with this clone of Lainey at 4, you know?
Well, that's the thing, is... I think the only reason why it wouldn't work with mom and dad is because of the fact that I disappeared, technically.
Correct.
Because if there was some explanation as to why I was gone, the new addition to the family is not as big as a head turner.
Right.
But, like, because I'm gone and then all of a sudden they have a new kid, it's like, what the fuck's going on with them?
Weird bullshit. Right.
So I think that I would probably try and pretend I was one of our aunt and uncle's
Adopted children. That's the way you'd have to do it.
Right. I want to live with mom and dad, but I'd put their address and everything, like, under our aunt and uncle's, whoever's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about which aunt and uncle you would choose? Or is that too spicy for the air? I think it's probably too spicy.
It's a little spicy, but also, I think that I'd be okay with almost any of them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the younger kids I'd fit in with, technically, as my body.
Well, imagine our 9-year-old cousin now has physical power over you.
No.
Like, he just pick your ass up and throw you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would really enjoy being back in, like, fucking elementary school.
Oh, I'd fuck shit up so hard. But, like, again, I would be, like, the teacher's sheepdog. Like, I would be that little bastard.
Yeah.
At least through, like, 4th grade when everyone started becoming, like, people again.
Yeah.
Because because if I do the dirty work, the teacher can't get in trouble, even though there needs to be dirty work done. She'd be like, go knock that fucker off. You got it.
Yeah, you
got it, boss.
You got it, boss.
I'm just like Boss Baby, but in like overalls.
Yeah.
Just ripped as fuck.
hilarious. That
Fuck.
is literally so funny. And then you, like, bring your fucking Beyblades to school.
Oh, dude.
And then everyone's like, what the fuck are those? And you're like, just wait. And you bring back Beyblades.
It's a thing already.
Is it now, though?
Yeah, our little cousins.
Yeah, our little cousins. Yeah,
they got them for Christmas.
Well, I fucking
Beyblades
love Beyblades.
are timeless.
They are timeless. I love Beyblades.
That's a podcast title right there.
Beyblades are timeless.
Correct.
Yeah. No matter what age.
I think that some of my favorite part of every week is getting to the point of the discussion where you're like, that's it. And you just recognize as it comes out of your mouth that you're like, excellent.
Excellent.
Remember Bakugan?
Those were cool, too.
Those were cool. You ever feel like you have, like, an idea for something like that, and then it shows up, like, a year later, and you're like, did it get stolen out of my head? Yeah. That was Bakugan for me.
Yeah. Except also, if you're, like, annoying about it, then it's not funny. But if you're like, oh, well.
You said, nah, man, I invented Bakugan.
Yeah. Yeah, like, that's funny. But, like, in Friends, the character Ross talks about how he invented the phrase got milk.
Well, Ross is a piece of shit anyway.
Ross is a piece of shit. Ross is a huge piece of shit.
You know what's uncomfortable about that is every time that any group of friends that you and I are both in get compared, you and I turn into Monica and Ross.
Yeah.
And I don't like being Ross.
Which they're my bottom two characters, fun fact.
Wow.
Do you want to know how it goes?
Joey.
Nope. Oh.
Chandler?
Yep.
Chandler, Joey.
Chandler, Joey.
Phoebe.
Yep.
Rachel.
Yep.
Monica, Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's correct, and anyone else that says otherwise,
yeah,
I disagree.
Because there's like benign chaotic energy, and then there's malicious chaotic energy,
right,
and I feel like that's what you get as you go
down.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because really, when your worst personality trait is that you're a smoker that's trying to quit,
right?
You're a pretty good person.
You're a good person. Yeah.
You know.
That's so funny.
You don't have a knife or something on you, do you?
No.
I have sand under my nails.
That's stupid.
All right.
What, do you live on the beach?
Well, yesterday I did.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I was living and I was on the beach.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but how do you market your new skill, right? Like, do you go the whole like YouTuber route? I'm not.
You do literally any social media that is
so
what
from
it's
day
there.
one, you're just marketing yourself.
You're on everything, because that's how you.
But if you're that young, it doesn't look right, because what 7-year-old just has a well thought out social media life that they themselves are running?
No, you just put in your bio, run by parents or whatever, because that's
run
what
by mom and dad.
That's what a lot of child stars do.
But then it has to be pictures of you, not selfies and shit like that. So you actually have to get someone to keep taking pictures of you doing shit.
He could take selfies and just be like, they posted them.
Yeah, I guess.
You just gotta have some sort of fake screening system, you know?
What?
Because like if they think a child is wild on the internet being let to post whatever they want, then it's like you criticize. But as long as you have some fake thing like, oh, my mom and dad watch these videos before I post them, or look at the pictures before I post them, you know, then it's like,
no, man, seems complex.
Hey,
I think you just spend the first 4 years fucking around, getting really good at stuff, be all meditative and shit, and then once you're like, I'm gonna say 9, 10, like 4th grade, you have unlocked social media. It is your domain now.
Okay, I agree. Yeah. Because, like, I think a 4-year-old's vlogs would be funny, but maybe not that funny.
Well, I mean, we also think this is funny. You know? And I'm sure there's people that listen to this and they're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Like, all of you that have made it from episode 2, congratulations on being here, because I don't blame you if you quit right there.
That fucking episode, man, is literally the worst.
We let off too strong. Episode 1 was a really good start.
Was incredible.
Right, for not knowing what the hell we were doing. And then episode 2 was just an hour and 2 minutes of terrible.
Absolute garbage.
Rambling.
I've not listened to that one. Like,
I literally skipped it when I went back. So I was talking earlier in my week about going back and listening. I had listened to episode 1, right? Because we listened to the whole thing together.
Right.
I skipped episode 2 and I just went from there.
To 3, yeah. Because fuck episode 2. For real.
But you don't want to redact it because you have to leave the shit to show everyone in the past.
You're improved. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And maybe someone liked it.
There you go. Well, I mean, we got a bunch of followers on Instagram from Pokemon accounts, so I guess that's a plus.
Yeah.
Sell your soul for Instagram followers.
And that's how you make it.
That's how you make it in this biz. Put the right hashtags and maybe you'll get famous.
Yeah.
Like we are with our dozens of followers.
Yeah. Well.
Someone asked me, like they challenged me because we didn't have a certain number. They're like, so how many people actually listen to your podcast? And I was like, fuck you!
Yeah. Why does it matter?
Truthfully, I don't even know the number off the top of my head.
I haven't been keeping up with it as much.
I think it's like 40.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's like a number. Alright.
But anyway, in conclusion, getting younger would be fine. Getting older would suck.
That's a bad time.
And we're blessed to be ourselves.
We are blessed to be our ages. Enjoy the ages that you are while you are them.
Don't try to be younger or older.
Don't make weird genie wishes to be younger or older.
Don't act like it even though you aren't.
Don't give money to a Zoltan machine.
Yeah.
Is that how big works? Yeah.
Zoltan will fuck your shit.
Zoltan.
Some grown woman will think she's sleeping with a grown man, but really it's like an 11-year-old.
That's a rough one.
Morally gray.
I don't feel like that's morally gray. I feel like that's statutory rape, regardless of your mind.
Interesting.
All right. Well, we're not going to have that debate because that's how we go to jail. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for listening. If you would like to send us a question or comment, you can send an email to hypotheticalsiblings@gmail.com. That's HYPOTHETI
CAL
siblings
SIBLINGS
@gmail.com. We're also on Reddit, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, so you can find us there. Send us a message. Do whatever you want to do. Thank you very much for listening.
Have a good week.